Hi, my name is Hope, and I'm here to talk to you today about my experience taking low dose testosterone and specifically the testosterone gel. When I was doing research as to like what form of testosterone that I wanted to take, I had heard from other people that the gel wasn't as effective for them as the injections. And when I went to ask my doctor about this, when I was considering my options, she said that they were both equally as effective. And I definitely saw that with my lab reports. So normal testosterone levels for AFAB people who have gone through an estrogen puberty are less than 50 nanograms per deciliter. And so that's kind of where you can think of as the starting point. My hospital didn't test my beginning levels, but we can assume it was 50 or below. And the normal range for cisgender men who have gone through testosterone puberty, or AMAB people who've gone through testosterone puberty, would be 300 nanograms per deciliter. That's the beginning, and I think it goes somewhere up to 700. I'm not a doctor. Please consult a doctor before you get on hormones, but just to have those two benchmarks. And actually, at my 3-month checkup, my doctor was concerned if I wanted to stay on low dose testosterone specifically. You don't want your levels to stay for an extended period of time, but over that 50, but below that 300. She said that can have adverse health effects. I don't know too much about that, so I'm not going to go into that. And she had estimated that with the dose I was on and the amount of time, so 3 months, I was probably around somewhere like 100 nanograms per deciliter. I had actually got my labs back and my numbers were 294 nanograms per deciliter. So just under that like normal range for, normal men. And so she was, obviously no longer concerned that I wouldn't reach that 300 mark on the dose that I was at. And that is just proof that, the testosterone gel works. I'm reaching over here so I can grab it for you. Right. So basically it comes in this little box, and I do 1 packet a day. So you just tear it open, put it on your stomach. I rub it in with my wrists so that I don't have to wash it off as much with my hands. So if you get less on your hands, you have to wash your hands after, because you don't want to transfer the gel to other people or pets or things like that who could have adverse side effects from it. And so that is what has worked for me. So my dose is 2.5 grams per packet per day. And yeah, I've definitely seen changes. Like, not only are my labs as high as they are after 3 months, but my voice has lowered. You might not be able to tell. I had a very high pitched voice before, and so it's not incredibly low yet now, but it's definitely lower than it was. And that's one of the primary things I was looking for. So that has been great. Increased muscle growth, especially here, it's a lot easier to build muscle. So that's been fantastic. Body hair in my arms, my stomach, my legs are all hairier. Some things are undesirable. I did get acne, more acne, but I have acne prone skin anyway. And the increase was not crazy. I was worried that I would be super broken out, and that might happen for you, but I was already on prescription acne treatment. So my face stayed relatively manageable. Definite increase in body acne, but that is unmedicated. I haven't really done anything other than, make sure I'm keeping everything clean. And that's tapering off now at 3 months. Another less than desirable side effect for me with the face masculinization and the body weight redistribution, I've gotten a little bit of a double chin, but that should be temporary. That should go away. I haven't heard a lot of people talking about that, so I wanted to just make people aware if that's something you want to keep an eye out for. And it's not that I had gained any weight. It's just part of, I don't know, who knows? You're going through puberty again for the second time for me at 27. So it's been at least well over a decade since I went through puberty the first time. And I try and keep that in mind whenever I'm having a little bit of an awkward stage, or just when I need to be compassionate towards myself. And I would hope you give that same gift to yourself as you go through it, because it's not an experience that everyone goes through, and you deserve compassion. What else? I mean, I definitely saw an increase in sex drive. I definitely saw bottom growth. And so, oh, your smell changes. That was really interesting. So for the first couple of days, I was really smelly, and not in like a fun pheromone way, but kind of like a bad way. But if that happens to you, don't worry. It didn't last very long. Bottom growth hurt initially as well. And so, that wasn't pleasant. And I was worried that I was in for an extended period of pain, but that only lasted probably 24 to 48 hours. And now it's not painful at all. But it will definitely change. It'll change a lot of kind of fundamental things about your body. So making sure you're ready for that before you go on the journey. And some of it's reversible and some of it's not. So yeah, but if you were worried about I wanted to make this video in case you were worried about injections like I was. I didn't want to have to deal with the needles. And you have many other options. You have gel, like I'm doing. You can do patches. They have pellets that they can stick in your butt that are like extended release testosterone. So you have options. You're not stuck with the needles. Cost can be a barrier, I've heard, for the gel. I will share that for me, with my insurance, which is Blue Cross Blue Shield, my copay is $7. So I hope it's accessible for you. I have another friend who doesn't have insurance, but their doctor was able to get a coupon for them. So definitely, talk to people about your options. And also, if I can find it, my hospital was informed consent. So as far as access to testosterone and the process I had to go through to get approved, it was relatively easy. The wait was long to get an appointment at my hospital. But once I was there, I didn't have to get a therapy letter. I didn't have to go through that rigmarole. I just had to say, hey, I'm non-binary. I'm looking for these masculinizing effects from testosterone. Can you help me? We talked about what I wanted, what my worries were, and we came up with, a dose for me and, a modality for me. And it has worked out great. I really hope that those out there are having good experiences. And I know that's definitely not a guarantee. But I wanted to share my experience in case other people were worried about certain things, and to just give an example of how it can go and how I hope it will go for you. All right, let me know if you have any questions below, if there's anything else you want me to talk about.